Hi, Sagittarius. Let me just pull some tarot for you. Okay, Sagittarius's current position. Where's their current position? So, Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords is your current position. Can we clarify this Knight of Swords? Current position. Oh, the Chariot. And so it looks like you're moving forward towards something. Can you clarify the Chariot for Sagittarius? Is 5 of Cups, 9 of Wands. So you might be thinking a lot right now about burdens or things you've lost. And what is their advice for Sagittarius? Sagittarius advice. Oh. 2 of Pentacles. Maybe consider different things, different avenues to explore. Oh, geez, these are just... And that might reverse any kind of tower moment you had. So let's keep going. Advice for Sagittarius. Advice. We have the 2 of Swords, so you might not be seeing clearly. Advice. The Lovers, the Sun. All right, I'm going to continue with some other decks. Let's pull one of these Wisdom Oracles. Get that wisdom right away for Sagittarius. So, advice for Sagittarius is watching. All That Glitters, number 16. 15, 16. A need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title, or a position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing, or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all of the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart, let go of artifice, and let what is authentic shine. So, just going to keep it moving. So that might be someone you're involved with. It might be you. It might be just themes that are playing out. I think we'll pull some tarot. Okay, advice for Sagittarius. Can you tell me advice? Oh. A harsh truth is better than a soft lie. Take your time to think before you act. And you can always call on your natural confidence. So Queen of Wands was on the top of the deck and Page of Swords was on the bottom of the deck. And this was your advice. So harsh truth is better than a soft lie. Take your time to think before you act, and you can always call on your natural confidence. Yes, okay. Embracing your independence, any Queen of Wands energy, that kind of came over this advice area. What you're dealing with is probably some kind of pain or strife from some kind of disagreement with somebody. And then take your time to think before you act. It might be somebody that's an air sign, has Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or those kind of elements are playing out in the dynamic between you two. We'll do some karma cards for Sagittarius. For Sagittarius. Sagittarius is watching. So it says Saturn, the maturity that brings caution regarding limits imposed. So you might be dealing with somebody older or someone controlling in who you are, your desires, your actions, the first house. So they might be trying to control your physical self, your body, what your personal needs are, or there's a maturing lesson in regard to taking care of your personal needs. Let's pull a white light oracle. This might be part of the karma that you're playing out with them. Saturn rules karma and lessons that we learn for maturity, and the first house is all about the self, asserting the self, especially if you were a people pleaser before. You know, those kind of habits have to go, especially if you're approaching your Saturn return. So, for Sagittarius, the best message. Oh, solve polluting, number 19. This is all about ridding yourself of toxic energies around you and toxic thoughts. Let me just see what else we have. And he has for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. If you're dealing with this, solve polluting. Sagittarius. Do you have any additional? Doesn't look like anything else is really... Oh, the sun. All right. And they're both kind of pointed left in these cards. I don't know if that's relevant to you. Maybe you're looking back at the past a lot. You know, they're both head tilted down in the same position. So let's start with, I think, solve polluti. And that would be number 19, which is the ending or completion of something. Number 10, tune into your heart and you will be able to find your way through any negative or toxic situation. Engage in self-healing and space clearing. Commit to regular practices that help you connect to your inner light. Your light shall not be overcome by any darkness or negativity. Take time to clean your heart and mind of negativity by focusing on the divine beings that bring joy to your heart. It is appropriate for you to desire your own personal and sacred space and access it daily. We live in an age of heightened environmental, emotional, and spiritual pollution. During such a world age, it takes more work to experience clarity, purity, and originality. Often the bulk of our challenge is simply warding off further negative influences. And attempting to dislodge the toxins permeating our energy field, psychologically, physically, and emotionally. The onslaught continues with chemical toxins in foods, polluted oceans that contaminate sea life, and the bombardment of electromagnetic radiation. When technological development lacks commensurate wisdom, such is the current case, progress contains a shadow side of harm to our planet and our creatures, including us humans. Higher beings are lovingly and faithfully working to assist souls in their transition from fear to a love-based inner orientation, and to become strong enough to ward off further negative influences and reverse the toxic culture within themselves and our world. A shift is available for hearts willing to exchange the constant battle with relentless negativity for being a source of light, love, and peaceful abiding on this planet. When these hearts reside in an inner place of purity, they are able to bring unconditional love and spacious primordial wisdom into our world for the spiritual benefit of all beings. With their positive enthusiasm for the healing of all beings, they can do much good in the world. To be around such hearts instills peace, relaxation, hopefulness, and vitality within the soul. The frequency of 741 hertz cleans things up. Solve polluti is the Latin expression which means to clear pollutants and toxins. This frequency focuses on clearing, freeing the hold of negativity, and allowing the natural way of bright, beautiful manifestation to unfold. This frequency works to clear infections and electromagnetic radiation from the body. It also attunes one to the harmonics of the quantum field, the reorganizing principle of the higher self, which knows what you are and how to dislodge and disengage from that which is inauthentic and obstructive to your radiant being. When this oracle appears in a reading, it is a call to clear yourself and your space in ways that feel affirming, inspiring, and beautiful to you. Trust that no matter how much gunk the ego-driven actions of humans might generate, it is no match for the power of spirit at play in willing human hearts. May all such hearts join with spirit and with each other to clear and bless all creatures for the greatest good. And then number 16, which is the number 7, which could be about relationships, or it could be about this divine inspiration and knowledge. The sun, 417 hertz. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. Our sun is a self-luminous being. It does not reflect light or energy from other sources, but rather generates its own light. It is quite literally an enlightened being. The sun is our spiritual mentor, teaching us to be spiritually self-reliant when we cannot find support or guidance externally and need to go it alone for a time. Such phases can be difficult, but they are temporary, and inner spiritual strength is built during such times. Sometimes we don't realize our own strength until circumstances force us to find out. Connecting to one's own inner light is a precious and empowering gift that allows you to feel spiritually held from within. Once you have established such an inner connection, you are unlikely to give your power away again, less prone to being manipulated, and more likely to live in harmony with your soul values rather than the typically soul-denying priorities of mass consciousness. As your soul connects to the inner sun, your relationship to the light heals. It is not seen as separate. Instead, the soul begins to recognize the light as a constant inner reality that can be relied on for sanctuary. As the soul recognizes itself as the higher self, a being of light, the fears of the mind no longer dominate the heart as they used to. The inner light encourages the heart to depend upon its wisdom, to live as though the light was more real than the darkness of doubt and worry. The soul turns within, begins to tap into its own potential, and in doing so gains further self-confidence, spiritual empowerment, and loving presence. If you are criticized, misunderstood, or disrespected by those around you, rely upon your inner connection to the light to see you through such dark times. You can commune with your inner light in private without needing to explain, justify, or even speak of it to anyone. Your inner light shall continue to shine bright no matter what is happening around you. The frequency of 417 Hz is a spiritual truth serum. It undoes false perceptions and dismantles circumstances and situations that are not meant for the soul. When a challenging situation is helping the soul to grow, the frequency will help you understand how to work through it in a soul-centered way, staying connected to the light within. If a situation such as a toxic relationship is creating a barrier between the soul and light, weakening its ability to evolve and causing it to become stuck in trauma and a negative pattern, this frequency will dismantle the negative circumstances. You always have free will, but your capacity to exercise that free will in a self-loving way will become more available to you. The 417 Hz frequency facilitates a healing shift into the vibration of the higher self. Your authentic life path is directed by your higher self, as it is unique. There is no use comparing your path to any other path in order to determine the validity and value. Your true life path may lead you away from the familiar directly into worlds unknown. The moment your soul takes its authentic path, wondrous awakenings can take place. There is a feeling of closeness and connection with the sacred. This frequency helps wipe away experiences of alienation and reestablish a deep and loving connection with the universe. It cleanses traumatic experiences and memories and any malignant habits formed as consequence of past pain to allow the soul to experience true kindness, compassion, and love for the self and others. In this oracle, it signifies that no matter what's happening in your life, you've got this. So, moving on, I think we'll do maybe a Beltane oracle. This is for Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, okay. Fertilizing, number 10. Mastery. Food is not the only source that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. When fertilizing appears in your reading, it shows that you are mastering your craft through diligence and consistency. You are a hard worker and have invested in your goal with single-minded focus. However, it's time to expand your efforts. As a plant grows, so does its hunger for fertilizer, so more effort is needed as your success grows and your goals expand. Now might be a good time to further invest in your development. Taking a class, finding a mentor, engaging in research will help you to advance your skills. This card is one of mastery, and you are well on your way to becoming an expert in your field. If you pulled this card with the Green Man, it is a particularly encouraging sign, as it means you're on the right path and have the right mindset to match. And I think I'll do maybe one of these as well for Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius. Best messages. That's 3 cards. Well, we can take them. Were these the cards that for Sagittarius meant to come out? Oh, Crow, 11 also. And Scarecrow. That's a lot of cards. I'm not quite sure. Sagittarius. Were these the cards meant for Sagittarius? I think. So it says, apple of my eye, number 2, not all that's alluring may be what it seems. See beyond the illusion. We had crow as well. Pay close attention to the winds. There's a message making its way. And then the three cards that came out next were haunted house, which the things that haunt you are the things you have yet to let go of. Number 29, pomegranate next. Dare to taste the unknown. Let it seduce your spirit awake. And harvest switch. What sacrifices have you made for the greater vision of what is to be? So I'm going to read pomegranate because that one's really calling out to me, and it was the middle one. It's 29. Oh, just passed it. Keywords: lust, pleasure, seduction, forbidden fruit, and sexuality. Dare to taste the unknown. Let it seduce your spirit awake. Your higher self chose the card because you were ignoring the things that could show you the path to your purpose, to more rewarding relationships, and to unrealized talents or new ways to experience fun. There is some debate about the fruit eaten by Eve in the garden. Some believe it was an apple, while others believe it was a pomegranate. The superfruit's connection to the story is what invokes its alignment with temptation, and sadly, the story of Eve leads many to believe their desires should be denied instead of embraced. Each desire is a clue about what will bring you fulfillment, joy, love, success, and other high vibrational emotions that are yours to claim. By denying your desires, you are denying what makes you. Pomegranate encourages you to allow yourself to experience something that's within your heart. So I think in relation with all the other cards that came out, maybe there is a temptation that you need to see beyond, especially since we had all that glitters is not gold, and many of the other surrounding cards are kind of about illusions regarding the center card, which is all about lust and temptation. And maybe you were trapped in, being tempted by something that looked sweet initially, and turned out to be a trap, just like Hades trapped Persephone in the underworld by luring her in with delicious fruits. And the second she partook, she was trapped in the underworld with Hades, who was not a great lover, who kept her hostage and probably forced her against her will. So, let's see. I think we'll do a moonology for Sagittarius. Oh. The end of a tough cycle approaches and the energy is gaining momentum. So something is probably closing out in some kind of sense. That's why there was burdens we saw in the beginning of the reading with some kind of sadness, but you're moving forward beyond that, really coming more into your own intellectual strength. And then, yeah. So I might want to finish. Might want some extra messages here. Yeah, we'll do an Angel of Abundance for Sagittarius. Oh. Block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics or avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Then you have clean energy food on the top and no more complaining on the bottom. For that deck, I think we'll pull a few of these as well. For Sagittarius. Dreams, messages, truth expression. So you might have Libra in your chart as well. They got truth and expression as well for Sagittarius. Celebration, gifts, abundance. So maybe these intuitive messages that reveal the truth will ultimately lead you to abundance. From the past suffering and the past communication issues you've had with people from the past. Maybe it didn't have as much to do with you as you first initially thought, perhaps. We'll see which houses are being affected. Or did I already pull this? Yeah, we did. We got Saturn. Okay. Pull an animal familiar. For Sagittarius. Oh, that one really flew out. Mole superstition. Let's go ahead and read that. Mole. Baseless nonsense shows ignorance. False conceptions have you on the fence. Beware, irrational attitude of mind leads to falsehoods and truth combined. Please don't believe everything you see or hear, especially if it comes to you secondhand. Gossip and forked tongues rarely hold much truth or kindness. You must seek out what is true for yourself and dig about a bit. In life, much will be passed down to you like genes, traits, beliefs, most destructive of which can be a belief that's not yours. This is especially true of religions and race. Not all those who claim to have been practicing witchy activity have been so wise through the ages either. For many years, I was literally torn out of the ground and ripped to pieces in the belief that my blood and my body could cure, protect, and purify. Even today, animals suffer needlessly because of a superstitious stranglehold over a person's sanity. Remember to carefully question at all times the what, where, and why if something feels at odds with your heart. The right answers for you await. Stand up for what you truly believe in. Seek out facts to back a claim. Don't be too quick to judge. There is more to a person than meets the eye. Learn about faith, whatever it may be, and the beliefs of others. Seek out what you have in common rather than which divides. Mole blood was seen as a cure for epilepsy, and moles' amputated hands were used to relieve rheumatism. If you must remove moles from the garden, do so humanely and with a thought as to where you're putting them, for they work wonders underground. All right, so obviously you might be dealing with some kind of scorpionic influence, because this is all about digging deep and, seeing the truth in darkness, and, something might be hidden or kept hidden from you. I think I'll pull some tea light for you. See if we're missing any other information. Now we should take into consideration for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what does Sagittarius need to know? Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Goldfish, carriage, a journey either physical or mental. Let's try the other half. Sagittarius. Any messages? Oh, tent, temporary situation. Coins, money will be coming to you. Let's see. I feel like I want to clarify what this temporary situation is. Maybe it's a temporary journey. I'm not sure. Temporary situation. Can you explain this temporary situation? Oh. It might have been a passionate sexual encounter with somebody, Ace of Wands. And maybe you're transforming beyond this because death is on the bottom of the deck with Seven of Wands. Maybe you're fighting or standing up or blocking them out in order to transform and gain new strength in this area that previously took away your strength. For Sagittarius. Oh. Yeah, it could have been a tower moment with them. A Scorpion tower is associated with Scorpio, Plutonic energy. We saw the pomegranate earlier. Taking a vacation from this in order to heal any kind of depression or illness that was kind of in that situation. So I think that's enough for that. And then, let's see. I might finish with an animal oracle for you. So, oh, geez Louise. So, for Sagittarius, what's the message? Oh, Lord, this deck is just... I see clear out this literally jumped like across the table, and it was Frog Spirit, 28, clear out the clutter. So we can see what that's about. It says, Frog Spirit knows that while all of the other frogs are croaking away, this is a time for you to simplify and declutter your life so you can feel content on your own lily pad. Even when life isn't creating total cacophony, we can become drawn to the excitement and lots of noise. Then the next thing we know, our schedules and homes are cluttered with commitments we regret making and objects taking up valuable space. Even relationships need decluttering as they often become messy. Frog Spirit appears to tell you to clean house, prioritize what you need, and get rid of or give away the rest so you can have some space in your day and in your head. You don't need the old stuff and its worries shouting at you about the past. Along with physical clutter, friendships are sometimes kept long past their expiration date, weighing you down with unnecessary baggage. Now is the time to let go. Whatever you need will appear when you need it, so release your grip on all that clutter that is making you feel anxious and burdened. Frog Spirit wants you to reclaim your space, unencumbered by shoulds, oughts, and could have beens. Let go and jump. You are free from all that old stuff. So it literally jumped. So thank you so much for clicking this video. Oh, please hit like and subscribe. Thanks.